Hello, I hope you are doing well. This is my Ghanaian passport. This is the only passport I hold and use to travel. There's nothing wrong with this passport. If you're a Ghanaian, a Nigerian, or any African watching me, there is nothing wrong with the passport you hold. There is a worrying trend among some Africans. I'll talk about Ghanaians, some Ghanaians, and that is they will do anything possible or sometimes unthinkable things to obtain certain passports from certain countries, especially passports from these Western countries. I'm not saying these passports are bad, but if you think your self-worth is solely dependent on your travel documents, then I'm sorry, you are having a wild goose chase. My name is David Wilson. I'm from Ghana. I've been teaching for the past 13 years in Ghana, Vietnam, and currently in Indonesia. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why it is important not to focus on the passport you hold or the passport you intend to obtain for whatever reason. And I'll just tell you what you should focus on. So let's get this video started. Before I say anything, there are certain things I need to admit in this video. I'm a teacher, so I'll talk about international teaching. When it comes to international teaching, most schools in many countries prefer applicants from certain countries, especially applicants from these Western countries. That is true. I cannot deny that. But even those schools who prefer native speakers, so to speak, they will tell you they need qualified and experienced native speakers. This is to just tell you that you can have a native speaking passport, but it is not a guarantee for you to get this international teaching jobs or whatever profession you find yourself in. Your passport is, in most cases, a secondary matter. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a worrying trend among some Ghanaians, and unfortunately, I've spoken with some teachers who believe that they will be respected more when they have passports from these Western countries. That is quite unfortunate. And I don't blame them because that is how the system has been made to be. Like I mentioned earlier, so many schools around the world, they prefer passport holders from the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, the UK. But again, like I mentioned, you can hold this passport. If you're not qualified enough, if you're not experienced enough, you're not going to get a job. Similarly, whatever profession you find yourself in, you can be a carpenter, a plumber, a mason, whatever profession you find yourself in, your passport is not going to make any difference if you're not so skilled at what you do, if you're not very good at what you do, if you're not experienced at what you do. The Bible says, let me go into the Bible. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 21, I'll quote the correct, I'm not a pastor, I'll just quote the correct Bible verse on the screen. And it says that, have you seen a man who is diligent in his work? He will serve before kings and then queens. Comrade Moore said something, and this thing has stuck with me for, a very long time, ever since I heard it. He said that whatever you do, you think global standards, you operate at 100% capacity whenever you are given the opportunity. I've been rambling for this past few minutes, telling you not to focus on the passport you hold or the passport you intend to obtain. So what should you focus on? Just be very good at what you do. Be so good you can't be ignored. Obtain this highly sought after certifications and qualifications. Listen to me carefully. You need to obtain this highly sought after certifications and qualifications. And afterwards, you look for people who will have more value for whatever qualifications, experience, and skills you have. Always look for the highest bidder. I made a video on my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook talking about this same issue, and in that video I mentioned that it took me over 30 years to realize this, and instead of some people focusing on the substance of the message in the video, they were asking me, how old are you for you to be saying you experienced, it took you over 30 years to realize this. I'm not here to tell you how old am I. You can take this or leave it. The point here is you should be so good at what you do, you can't be ignored. Strive on being excellent. Success will just follow you as a byproduct. I always see success to be, oxygen. And then me putting in the work is like, photosynthesis. You just combine water and carbon dioxide, and then you just make glucose. And then the oxygen, which is a byproduct of photosynthesis, it will just come as a result. Focus on being very good at what you do, and also be on the constant lookout for people who will value the skills you have, people who will value the experience, the qualifications, the certifications you have. If you are somewhere and you are being disrespected, or you think people don't value you enough where you are, it doesn't mean that it is going to happen everywhere you go. It only means that you've not found people who value you yet. Keep on the lookout for people who will just give you the maximum value you think you deserve. Always look for the highest bidder. I always say this, look for the highest bidder. I'm a teacher. There are so many schools in Ghana. I'm currently in Indonesia here because as we speak now, my highest bidder is my current school. Always look for your highest bidder, because if you don't do that, I'm sorry, you always end up being miserable. Don't focus on your travel documents. Don't focus on the passport you hold or the passport you intend to obtain. If you are useless with a green passport, you will be useless with any colored passport if you don't take actions to better yourself, to become very good at what you do and provide value for people. It is as simple as that. So instead of focusing on your travel documents, just focus on being so good at what you do, and then look for people who will value your skills, your experience, your qualifications, your certifications, and you'll be good. This does not only relate to teaching, it applies everywhere in every career. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So this is just what I wanted to share with you in this video. If you found value in this video, I would appreciate you like, you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. But more importantly, I need you to tell me what you think about this video. What are your thoughts on this issue? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Peace.